Welcome back, my financial freedom fighters. It's your favorite family member, Money Mail Jr. Man, that never gets old to me. Today, what we're talking about is two things that every parent wish they had the perfect thing of. What are those two things? The first one is, I thought I was going to tell you. It's like, nah. The first one is kids. And the second one is credit. Every parent wish they had the perfect kids and credit. Like, how do they even go hand in hand? Because a lot of times I see when people are speaking on generational wealth, they skip over credit. And credit goes hand in hand with that because credit sometimes can build the foundation for your wealth. And if you have messed up credit, then your foundation will take longer to be built, or it will not be sustainable. It'll be a house of cards because your credit is jacked up. And that could come from different reasons, many reasons. You know, we're not going to get too deep into like what reasons it come from, but more so of having good credit can lessen that curve to wealth for your children, for the ones that come after you, for your loved ones. So when it comes to that, what you want to do is you first want to get your credit to as best as you can. You want to get to as high as you can, the greater number you can, without, going into more debt or causing more problem and stress and strain on your family. So, like, we got a lot of kids now who are going to school and whatnot. So they're in college and things like that. So the easiest way to build credit is through a credit card or through a checking line of credit. Those are the only two ways I say off back to start your credit building phase, because they'll always be around. When you start with installment credit, like saying, okay, I'm gonna get my first car and build my credit report off that. Once you pay that car off, that's gonna fall off your credit report. Or you say, well, you know what? Well, I'm gonna go get me a what's those little things? I just did a video on it, I forgot. But those things when you go to the place and you give them money and then you pay on it every month or whatever, and it shows that you paying a bill or whatever, those gonna fall off your account. So what you want is when you starting to build credit history for your child, you want to make sure you started with a revolving line of credit. So we're going to say your kid turned 18, they in college, you starting their credit off. We got the credit card. That's probably kind of like, y'all probably can't see that. And then now we got the COL over here. All right. So if you've been watching my videos, you notice every time you open up a credit line, no matter what type it may be, installment, revolving, anything, it lowers your credit history. That's every single time you open one up. So what we're going to do here, since we're building credit for our child, for the longevity of generational wealth and great credit, because we don't want them to graduate college with some jacked up credit and can't get a home loan, can't get a car loan, and they just be in poverty. So what you want to do is you're going to open both of these up at the same time. You're going to help them. You're going to open this credit card up and this checking line of credit up for your child at the same time. Why? Because when you open this up at the same time, both of these lines of credit will share the same birth date. So therefore, they both will continue to rise in age together. Because if I were to open this one up 10 years before I open this one up, instead of me having 10 years of credit history, this will be 10 years. And as soon as I open this up, this will lower my credit history to 5 years, even though I had this open for 10 years. Credit history be 5 years. So I just lessened my credit history by 50%. Opening up a checking line of credit. So this could have been anything though, but that's what I'm saying. So as soon as you open up another line of credit, it automatically lower your credit history. So now we got our kid in college. We're going to open both of these up at the same time. Let's number this 1 and 2. So this credit line 1, this credit line 2. Credit line 1 is a Visa credit card, whatever. So when we open this, we got to teach our kid, hey, child, we're going to call our kid today Stan. Stan is the name of our kid. Stan, we're opening this card up for you to help teach you about credit, to help teach you about finances down the line, to help you gain a healthy credit appetite. So what we're going to tell Stan, we're going to say, Stan, never, under any circumstances, be over 30 days late on this card. Why that? Because that late payment will never go away, even after 7 years. None of that's going to go away. It's going to be on your report. So when this is on your report, creditors and stuff look at it. It lowers your credit report score when it's on there. After 7 years, it's not on there no more showing that, you know, bad. But when underwriters and stuff go to it and check it out, it's still gonna be on there. Those payments never go away. Missed payments. So what we're gonna tell Stan is, hey Stan, never be late on this card over 30 days. Always try to stay at 30% or less. But where we want you though, Stan, is at 9% or less. The highest balance you want to carry on this card is 9% or no balance at all. With the checking line of credit, what we're going to tell them about that? The same thing. Only use this for what you need. That's the only thing you're going to use this for. You can have him, if he see what he could do with this right here. If he's working, and let's just say he's making $500 every 2 weeks. So what he could do is take $500 out here, pay himself for the future $500 he get. And when he get it, just put it back in here and just keep doing it. Keep doing it. Create a cycle. Just keep doing it. It's just going to be a cycle. We're going to take the $500 out, boom, put it in his checking account. Once his bank payment, his direct deposit hit, take that $500 out, put it here. You say, well, why would he do that? Because what he's building is payments over time with this checking line of credit. Is showing that he can take money out and he can make the payments. So what he's going to do is keep growing this checking line of credit account till he max it out. And the same thing going to go for the Visa card. Going to do the exact same thing. Exact same thing. If you got your cell phone bill, he paying that's $50. He going to take that, pay that cell bill. And then once his direct deposit hit, he gonna take $50 and then put it right back on his Visa. Just keep doing that. Well, why are you gonna do that? The same concept. Payments over time. And then when he get here, he's just gonna keep doing it until his credit card balance available start going up. Just keep going up. Keep going up. So those two ways that we can teach our children how to manage credit while they're growing credit, because these two accounts are going to be with them for life. For life. They're going to have this account for life. 50, 70 years. 50, 70 years. So that means he's going to have two, let's just say, what we getting this at 18, 50 years, 68. Let's just say 40 years. Both of these accounts are going to be 40 years old. So now in the future, when he go add the mortgage on, and that new mortgage gonna come on here, it's gonna be a house. So it's gonna get divided between them three. So he got four. He ain't gonna get a mortgage that old. Let's just say he get a mortgage at 30. So he gonna have 12 years on this account, 12 years on that account. That's 24 years. Then he apply for the mortgage and get it. So now you're going to have 24 years divided by 3 instead of 24 years divided by 2. So remember, I said every account you get, it lowers your credit history. So therefore, starting these two accounts for our children when they 18 will set them off to be in a good place to accumulate generational wealth on themselves. Now, this way that I did this is because you want to teach your kids. Now, if you wanted to just do it for your children until, they do graduate and you get them the account and you be like, all right, well, here you go. Here's some good credit. Go out in the world. Don't mess it up. You really ain't teach them about the credit. You just gave them good credit. So now if you're going to give it to them, what you're going to do now is you'll open both of these accounts up for your children. Don't give them the credit card. Don't give them access to the checking line of credit. And then what you're going to do is you're going to have that until they need credit. So you will be the one making small purchases and using the checking line of credit for them because you feel they're not responsible yet. So, and then once they graduate college or whatever, 25, you give them their 2 accounts. Hopefully they learn something, and they'll have excellent credit. So, and then what that will do is propel them down in the world to go ahead and get that excellent interest rate on that home, that mortgage that they want. Then now they could get that excellent interest rate on that car that they want. Then now what they're doing is, since they're not paying so much on a mortgage payment or a car payment, it gives them the leverage to save more. So then when they're saving more, and once they didn't put away 3 months or 6 months of income, then now they start investing. And since they have more cash flow because they're not weighed down with bills and debt, now they have more money to invest. So that money starts to accumulate a snowball and starts to generate interest and dividends on its own. So that is how building a good credit backbone, a good credit spine, a good credit start can lead to generational wealth for our children. Now, if you watch any of my other videos, you know that, boom. So your child 25 now, you started these accounts for them at 18. But what you also did when your child was born, you started doing the $10 a day or whatever you could afford it, but at least $5 to $10 a day into their custodial investment account. So then now, not only are you giving your child an excellent credit score when they leave college, you also giving your child a couple $100,000. You just gave your child the greatest head start in life. Excellent credit, an investment portfolio, and good financial backbones. Like, so many people graduate college in debt. So many people graduate college with jacked up credit scores, and so many people graduate college broke. But just by doing the little things, you can set your child up for generational wealth. So in the beginning of the video, I said, what 2 things that all parents want? Perfect credit, perfect kids. You know, having the perfect kids doesn't even here nor there. But you can't have perfect credit for your perfect kids. You know, baby ain't around, 'cause, you know, baby kids. But yeah. So thank you, family. Definitely hit that like button, subscribe, share, drop any comments or questions that you have down below. And have an amazing day.